This video will talk about developing a hand preference. A person's hand preference refers to whether they prefer to use their right hand or their left hand to do tasks, such as handwriting or eating with a spoon. As adults, we usually prefer to use one hand more than the other, but young children must develop their hand preference. Children usually use one hand to use tools more than the other hand by age 3 or 4. At this point, this hand is called their dominant hand. Some children may not develop a dominant hand until they are 5 or 6 years old. You may notice that your child switches between his right and left hands when he picks up and uses objects. Sometimes, children switch which hand they use because their hand gets tired. This means your child should play games and do activities that help make both hands stronger. When both hands are strong, it may be easier to see which hand he prefers to use. Please watch our videos on wrist and hand development and on grasp to learn about ways to help make your child's hands stronger. If you do notice that your child is switching which hand she uses, try to place objects, like her paintbrush, scissors, or chopsticks, in front and center of her body. Then see which hand she uses to pick it up with. When you do this, try to notice which hand she uses more often and help her make that hand preference stronger. To help your child make her hand preference stronger, show her that she can use her other hand to help hold objects still. You can call the other hand her helper hand because it helps her do her task. For example, let's say your daughter is right-handed and is coloring a picture. She should use her right hand to color with the crayon and use her left hand or her helper hand to hold her paper still. If your child does prefer to use his left hand, we recommend you encourage him to develop his left-handed skills. This will allow him to be most successful when he uses his hands. If your child uses his right hand to handwrite when he prefers to use his left hand, he may have pain when he writes, may write slowly, and may have writing that is hard to read. If your child is left-handed and has started writing, encourage him to turn his paper to the right when he writes. Also encourage him to write so that his left wrist is below what he is writing. Doing both these things will help him see what he is writing, and will also prevent him from bending his wrist so that his hand is above his writing. One way you can help your child develop his left-handed skills is to buy left-handed scissors. You can also teach him to cut counterclockwise so that he looks at his work from the left side. It does not matter if your child is right-handed or left-handed, as long as she develops her skills using the hand she prefers to use. This will help her be most successful when she learns to handwrite and do other tasks.